my name is Bethany O'Connor, your executive burnout and resilience coach, and welcome to my training video around setting boundaries at work, specifically as it pertains to messaging and emailing. So why is this an important topic? Well, I coach women in international development who are working really long hours and are wanting to get some work-life balance back. And one of the chief complaints that I hear is just around, Bethany, I have to work nights and weekends because my work days are filled with meetings, phone calls, emails, and then getting messages on Teams, Skype, Slack, whatever your organization uses. So this video is just going to go through some quick and easy tips and tools to help you set boundaries so that you're not getting things pinging in at all times and you actually have time to get your work done. So let's get started. The first one I want you to start with is to block your calendar to do your actual work, your deep work. So this is research, reading, writing, whatever it is that you are responsible for, the results that you are being asked to deliver, that needs to be calendared and time blocked in your day. So let's say, I'm recording this video on a Wednesday. Let's say I got an email on a Wednesday saying, hey Bethany, we're inviting you to this meeting on Friday where we're gonna talk strategy and work plan for this new activity in Ghana we're gonna launch. Please come prepared to that meeting, prepared to share some ideas and some information with the team, things you wanna pitch for the topics that you wanna tackle. Okay. So I can't just show up to a meeting with brilliant ideas. Maybe you can, but I can't. I actually need some time without any distractions to get that work done, to do some brainstorming, maybe take a long walk, maybe do like a big whiteboard or sticky note session. So my number one tip is block out your calendar to do the work you need to do to prepare or to deliver the results. So if I got that email on a Wednesday and that meeting was Friday, I would most definitely carve out at least 90 minutes for myself on that Thursday or that Friday morning, whatever it is. So number one, block your calendar so that nobody else can schedule meetings with you. And if necessary, go ahead and decline meetings that you have on Thursday if your presence is not absolutely crucial. Okay, number one, blocking out time. Number two is while you're doing this deep work, while you're working on your tasks, set your messaging app to do not disturb. So that applies if you use Teams, Slack, Skype, all of those instant messaging apps have a feature for do not disturb. It's usually just a couple of clicks. If you don't know how to do that, do a 2-second Google search. How do I set my status to do not disturb on this particular messaging app? And the instructions will pop right up for you. So highly recommend going on do not disturb. What that means is that your colleagues can still message you with questions, but you won't see that pop-up notification. You can just be completely focused. So my last job was working in project management in international development. And because I had colleagues working in all these different time zones, I was getting Skypes and Slacks and Teams messages at all hours. And I also have attention deficit disorder, like an actual diagnosis from 22 years ago. So I pinpointed that as one of the biggest causes of my distraction was messages coming in. So tip number two is set your status to out of do not disturb. Set your status to do not disturb. Number three, while you're doing your deep work, there is a feature, whether you use Gmail, Outlook, or another email server at your organization, you can do something where you can pause your inbox so that no new email messages can come to you while you're working. And I also recommend pausing those notifications. You can go into the settings function and not have those email pop-ups come in whenever there's a new message. That is also such a big distractor. And in fact, the McKinsey Global Institute did a study on just the American workplace, and their study, this was from 2019, said that the average American worker spends 28% of work time on email. That is a ton. That is a ton of time in your day just to be batting messages back and forth. The average American employee checks their email 11 times per hour. How can you possibly get work done if you're checking email that often? you can't. Like toggling between tasks is very difficult. The McKinsey Global Institute also found that 84% of us keep our email open in the background. That is something I also discourage, just because whenever a new email notification comes in, that distracts you from the work you were already doing. So instead, I recommend checking your email in batches. Now, hear me out. I know that this is not common practice in the workplace for a lot of you. So I recommend when you first log in for work that you do a quick 10-15 minute email triage. So what emails came in overnight, and you answer the urgent ones, and then the ones that do need a response today, just flag them for later, and then start your workday on your actual tasks or calls, whatever you have. So early morning triage, not early morning, but whenever you start your day. Secondly, I would carve out another block of time before you break for lunch to do more email triage, answer anything that is burning and urgent, and flag the other ones to be answered before the end of the day. Then I recommend you go to lunch. Our brains desperately need breaks. There have been tons of studies on this. Then when you come back from lunch, go ahead and tackle those calls and other urgent tasks. And then about an hour before you log off for work, that's when you just run through, boom, 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 and you answer those emails that came in throughout your day that really, really need a response now. Now, I do this myself. I check my email in batches. I put my inbox on pause, and I cannot tell you how much faster and more efficient my workday goes. So just to quickly recap, block your calendar for work tasks, set your messenger app to do not disturb, pause your inbox so that no messages can come in while you're working, and check your email in batches. Those are just a couple of quick, actionable tips that you can start applying tomorrow to make your workday less stressful. So I really hope you try these tips. Again, my name is Bethany O'Connor, your executive burnout and resilience coach. Thanks so much for watching, and drop me a line if you try this and let me know how it worked for you. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.